Well, the Vanderbilt YouGov ad rating project is a new effort to assess, analyze, and in some sense describe the many ads that are appearing every day to the American public. It's important because we have an amazing amount of advertisements that are appearing, and people, especially journalists, want to evaluate them. The public wants to know about them, and we don't really have a systematic, reliable way to evaluate them. And this new project that's being sponsored by Vanderbilt and YouGov, in fact, represents an opportunity to do exactly that. Well, we have a representative sample of Americans, and basically they are part of an internet survey, and they see the ad, and then they're asked a series of questions about the ad. And that's the beauty of this particular procedure, because a lot of times if you ask somebody if they've seen an ad, let's say on a telephone poll, they might say yes or no, but you don't really know if they have. But here we actually expose the actual ad to a representative sample of Americans, and then they can tell us what they think about it. And that's actually, at one level, so obvious, but it hasn't been able to be done prior because you didn't have the YouGov technology, that's their part of this project, available, and now we do, and we have that technology really well developed. For each ad that we put up into the process, so to speak, we have 600 Americans that ask, which is a pretty good sample. But we oversample what we call pure independents. That is, people who have no partisan stripe of either side, because really in the end that's what this election is going to be about. It's going to be very close between Romney and Obama, and it's going to be decided by the people who don't have strong partisan leanings, because Republicans are going to in all likelihood vote for Romney, Democrats are in all likelihood going to vote for Obama, and so now we need to know how these ads are playing to the so-called swing voter, or in this case the pure independent. We actually develop a systematic and reliable base of information to judge ads. So right now we've looked at 11 different ads. 7 of them have been negative, 4 of them have been positive, and that provides a baseline, so to speak. And then when some ad comes on that might be viewed as outrageous by people, let's say by journalists and by academics such as myself or others, we'll actually have some data that will actually be able to tell us whether in fact that ad disgusted more people, or that ad was viewed as more unfair, or whether that ad was in fact informative. So these are useful things to know, and we will be doing this in a scientific way because we have a representative sample. We're doing it again and again and again, and we'll keep building more and more information. In fact, all this information will provide baselines for future elections as well. Well, I have to say the Swiftboat ad was part of the motivation for this project. The Swiftboat ad, as many know, was aired in just a handful of states. In fact, about 1% of the American population saw the ad, but yet by September of 2004, 80% said they'd heard the term Swiftboat. Well, that means they were getting it from the news media. And the news media were giving a huge amount of attention to this ad, maybe rightly so, but it would have been really nice to know what the public thought of this ad. And that's what this project will do. It's filling that void, because now by democratizing the process, by giving the public a say, do they really think this ad's disgusting? Do they really think this ad's over the line? We'll now have some data that will allow us to sort that out. And so it's really important to have this kind of more measured, scientific way to adjudicate these things. It's not the only piece of information people should rely on, but I think it's going to be one piece of the puzzle.